Hi there, I'm Courtney and I'm your Cosmic Connection Coach. And today I wanted to bring you a little bit of guidance for this coming week. So let's see what messages are in store for us. So the energy of the week is answer the call. What is your soul telling you that you need to be doing? What is the purpose that you have for this moment in your life? And not necessarily feeling that you have to do whatever this is for the rest of your life, but knowing that in this moment at this point in time, and maybe for the short term future, or maybe even just for today, this is your purpose, this is your calling, whatever you're feeling called to do. And this is something too that, like, turn off the logical mind, turn off the thinking mind, and go into your heart, go into your intuition, right? Whether that means that you take time to meditate or you take time to go out in nature without distraction. Don't look at it from the lens of, all right, my purpose is this because that's what my brain thinks. That's not the truth here, right? This is your soul's purpose, your soul calling. So, what is your soul asking for you to do this week or for the very short term future? And the reason that I like to phrase this as, more short term is because I am a person of many interests and I have many talents. And it was always very suffocating for me to feel like I had one calling in life, one purpose in life. And I know now that that's not true because my purpose today is different than it is in a month from now, in a year from now, in a decade from now. I'm going to be at a different portion of my life. So my purpose is going to change with that. So answer the call for what it is for you today in this moment, not what it is for you for the rest of your life. All right, so something that we need to work on this week, Unbound. There's been a lot of releasing being done over the last few weeks, specifically once the fall equinox set into play, because the fall equinox and the fall season is all about transition and releasing, right? We are shedding our leaves so that we can move into deeper work for the winter time. So really this is in tune with the season. We are detaching ourselves from past lives, from past experiences, from things that no longer fit who we are and who we're aiming to be in the future. Anything that is attached to us that is no longer serving us can be shed. And we can do this in a couple of ways. We can call upon archangels or spirit guides or God or the universe, whatever higher power or powers you believe in order to help to cut those attachments. If you are using an archangel, I might recommend Archangel Michael, or even Ganesh, who is the remover of obstacles. Those might be two deities that you kind of play around with and ask for help. You can also just call upon the universe or God to help you to sever any of those attachments and release them into the light. So just shedding, that's this season. That's what we're going through. Trying to move things over. All right. So what we are going to need to take action on this week. You're already doing it. So whatever action you're currently taking or whatever action that you've been taking, that's what you need to continue to do. So we need to ramp up the consistency of it. We're not just here to do things different every single day, and that doesn't necessarily lead to the success that most of us desire, right? So we need to have that consistency in order to keep moving forward. So you're already doing something that is helping you to move forward towards that success. You just need to keep doing it. And the other reason that I love this card is it says stop thinking, keep facing your true north. So authenticity is also at play here, right? Like answer the calling from your soul. You have to be authentic with that, right? You have to continue to do the things that feel authentic and good to you. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's what society deems as acceptable or appropriate or normal, right? It could be something totally outside the box that society is like, I don't know, that's weird. And as somebody who is super weird in and of themselves, I can tell you that moving forward in a weird direction sometimes is just good. We're thinking outside the box. So, whatever you're doing that is keeping you on this path that you're being semi consistent with, make sure that you're more consistent with it this week. And then just, we're going to go into the next card is just how to overcome any challenges that come about for this week. A lot of people are not going to like this card, but we're going to go into it because it's needed. Take a break. If you are feeling challenged, if challenges come upon you, if obstacles come upon you, take a break. Stop doing what you're doing. Stop forcing. Move away from it for a moment, right? Life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill is what this card says on the bottom. We're not here to force things. We are here to be in alignment with our soul's purpose and to do things consistently, right? To release things that we no longer need in this lifetime. And sometimes in order to do those things, we need to take a break from what we think we should be doing and also what we think what the masculine is, right? So moving from this divine masculine energy, taking a break is more divine feminine energy, right? So embracing the fact that we all have both of those things within us. We need both of those things within us. We need to have that action-oriented, fiery, masculine, authoritative, determined, purposeful energy. And we also need that flowy, emotional, restful, and like rejuvenating feminine energy. Both of them are beautiful in their own way, but sometimes, especially in the society that we're in today, we get stuck in the masculine. So taking a break is a way to connect back with your feminine. And this isn't like take a break and just do nothing. This is like, okay, I am not getting what I need here. I need to take a break, get my mind off of it, and do something else in the meantime. Whether that be moving on to another project, or going outside and taking a walk, meditating, moving your body in some way, dancing to your favorite freaking song. I don't really care what you do in order to take a break, as long as it feels like a break to you and it feels authentic to you. If that card made you a little bit upset and a little bit like triggered, lean into that, because it's something that you really need to work on. It's something that you really need to do. So for those who are specifically triggered by this card, you're the one that needs to hear this. But don't worry, it's okay. Just go with the flow, right? Like take that divine feminine energy and go with the flow. So last card that we're going to take a look at today is just about some guidance, a general message from the universe in order to make it through the week in one piece, maybe even happy a little bit, right? What is that message? Inner temple, devotion to ourselves, really tuning into our hearts, right? So this message is all about, there's so much, there's Venus energy here, like true devotion to your inner self, and the beauty of your heart, right? There's so much there. And part of this too is self-care. So it goes back into that take a break, right? Like we need to pour into ourselves in order to be able to do the things that we need and want to do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, in our career, at home, with kids, with family, with friends, right? Like all of this stuff that we do takes from us, it depletes from us. So we need to also make sure that we're nourishing our hearts, our souls, our bodies, our minds in ways that feel good to us. So make sure to, when you are doing this, whether you call it self-care or ritual, routine, whatever you call this inner work for you, really devote yourself to it. Really put in the time and energy and effort into it this week, because that consistency, you don't see it, but I'm tapping the card, right? That consistency that we need to make happen, it could be these rituals or routines or practices that help us to pour into ourselves so that we can answer the call of our soul's purpose, probably helping other people. And these two cards go together as well, right? We need to shed things, and sometimes we do that by devoting ourselves to a path, to a routine, to a ritual that helps us to come inward. And this card is also helping us to transition, right? Like from the fall energy into the winter energy. If we start to put together these routines now, by the time winter comes, we're going to be doing the work that we need to be doing for our soul, because it's already going to be in place. And we're going to be consistent with it because we've already started doing it, right? So I hope that this offered a little bit of a light and an inspiration for your week. Just remember, it's all in your own time, and really the gist of this, the one piece, if you will, that I really want you to come away with from this is, it's not about perfection. It's about building something that feels authentic to you. It's not about, when I say perfection, I mean society's version of perfection, right? It's not about being perfect in somebody else's eyes. It's about being authentic to you. And when you are authentic to yourself and can bring that authenticity to your life, that is where you'll find alignment. That is where you'll find that perfection, right? So just take the time to feel into what you're being called to do, to release any of the old shit that's no longer serving you, to keep consistent with things that feel good and authentic to you, to take a break when you need to, and to really devote yourself so that your cup is overflowing and you're able to give freely from the overflow versus just from you. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.